Good evening from down under, everyone. My name is Split, so we're going to continue our Let's Play of Super Robot Wars Y cross playthrough. This will be part 108 in the series, and it's been a while since I've done a recording. I kind of figured that after I finished Dark Heresy, DLC for Super Robot Wars Y would come out relatively soonish, and sure enough, it did. I did not expect it, though, to be separate from a normal game file, so we won't actually be able to do any of it until we get to New Game Plus on the save file. I mean, I could, do it right now, but we still got to finish this playthrough either way, so... But the good thing is, we don't have that much to go. We're basically at the end of Chapter 5. And Chapter 6 and Chapter 7 are pretty straightforward, so... we'll get straight into the episode, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the series so far. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, we'll get straight into it. So, speaking of the DLC, I believe it consists of Z2, Code Geass, and Witch from Mercury Season 2. As to how that fits in, we will see once we get to the unique part. The good thing is, I guess, is that sorry, just go on and quickly check out this item. Soul and Drove. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. And then we got a whole bunch of money to boot. Cool. Problems for later. The other thing the DLC did... I'll do this while at it. The other thing the DLC did as well is increase the level cap from 150 to 200, which, not gonna lie, makes me sort of upset because I've already done maps after getting everyone to 150, so I've wasted a whole bunch of maps that had XP on them. So that's gonna be a thing. But yeah, so we'll still try to get everyone, I guess, to 200, just because we can. But yeah, there's a bunch of new maps, obviously. Again, it's separate from a current playthrough, because you got to actually go into the main menu and select it, so it's not much you can do there. A bunch of new attacks got added for some units, and some team attacks. I don't believe any of that is in this current frame, this current game file, because, again, it's in a separate thing, which is a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. And there's a new assist. This one I don't mind spoiling, it's obviously Izana, so that's the reason why it's all post-game stuff. But yeah, besides that, that's, like I said, that's everything. So we'll quickly get this knocked out, just in time for Dawn of War 4, and then once, once the lull in releases eases up, I will go back and do, the Forte run that I said I was going to do. Like, that's still going to be a thing. So. Yeah. So, I was actually a little bit surprised that Witch from Mercury got added. But I'm happy as well, because everyone who was hoping for the ferret is getting the ferret, so. So, I guess the interesting thing will be to see now just how many units I can get to 200, I guess, before the end of the game. Again, like I said, we don't have that many maps to go. Alright, so we're going to knock out these anniversary maps just to show them off, and then we're going to do Usurper. So, I guess before we do any of that, let's go into our favorite units. Alright, so, no you. You have a Piranha Converter. Did I not? Interesting. Okay. I guess they got swapped around because of previous maps. That's fine. Was not actually expecting that. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30, 31, 34, 35, 36. And some of them are battleships, so yeah, okay. Whatever then. You have a Piranha Converter. Do we have any spare Piranha Converters? Alright, well, we'll rip the one from Misaki off then. For now. Alright. Alright, crash rate on 20 million first, I suppose. But that's a bit of extra stuffing around that I wasn't expecting to do. So the mysterious signal came from this area. The same number has repeatedly been sent to the AVAT. What could it possibly mean? That's what we're here to find out. Protecting mobile weaponry directly ahead. So the signal is a trap to lure us out here. Deploy shadows. If the situation calls for it, we'll fight. Alright. That's all. Yeah, that's all the product about. Alright. Alright. The number's not actually 2,000, it's actually an extra one. But anyway. Extra 3 zeros. Alright. Skip all powering up. Alright, so do that. I mean, they're all 150, so let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, so for this, the main goal is to definitely get a few certain people their levels. Right, Piranha Competitor wasn't active on these ones. That's my bad. That's fine. One level 1 difference isn't gonna make or break anything on these kind of maps. Fudge. I forgot to swap that over to the option part. That's my bad, Emma. As you can see, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played in a while. I'll have to put what's her face back on too. Alright. Things to note before I do another map after this. Yeah, okay. Maybe you don't get a second kill. Alright, just get rid of all these enemies nice and quick. There we go. Cross A 2000, huh? What's that?
ではカスタマイズを始めましょう。
These things should actually be up there as well.
これからの戦いのために万全の準備を。
Alright, first things first.
では、
Okay.
カスタマイズを始めましょう。
Yeah, okay. Not the worst.
.ではカスタマイズを始めましょう。
Alright, this one. If the event stays on its current course, is something the matter? No, oh, not really. I was just thinking about how we'll be passing by the monument. What monument? It was built to commemorate the 35th anniversary of the 20th of April. 35 years ago, that would be around the end of the war with the Hyaki Empire. Speaking of that war, the Super Robot Army, comprised of Geta Robo and several others, fought off interdimensional life forms that were hostile to humanity. Hence why those conflicts are called Super Robot Wars. Super Robot Wars. The war that lit a fire in the heart of a young Nobi Dickens. So you had a time in your life like that too, Captain. Nowadays, the only thing that makes my heart burn is eating fried food, though. Checking a squad of unknown affiliation ahead. I believe they're planning to attack the monument. The event will rush to the scene, shoot down the unknown squad. Even though no one asked us to. The reason we're here today is because people fought in the past. If someone is trying to vandalize a monument to that, then we'll take up that fight. Aye aye man, let's let loose on them. Happy 35th anniversary. So the other map, and by the looks of it, they're not repeats, so I guess no XP farming. Only one ship, but this time it's going to be the Grand Gram. And then, not default, we want pilot level, and we're just going to take all the lobies. Prana Converter. Do you have the other Prana Converter? Oh, I didn't put it on. Well, just as well as I did this then. Alright. Get out of the units. Alright. So now we, oh, that's the music. Oh, I forgot to swap the assist links around. That's alright. Sorry, a little bit of experience loss. Something that will break the bank. Especially since we're still getting about the same, which is just one level off these random chumps. The main thing is I remembered the piranha converters this time around. Alright, I'll be back in 1 second. Alright, sorry about that, I have returned. Okay, so they have their little monologue, I guess. The only monologue in the DLC. Alright, and we'll do that. Finish that map up nice and quick. .35 memory, huh? Alright, so before I forget any further, let's
ではカスタマイズを始めましょう。
Alright, who was it? It was you. What are you, blue? Press next cell. I don't really think I need you.
お
Alright.
待ちしておりました。お待ちしておりました。
Oh boy. That's a very interesting
で
item.
はカスタマイズを始めましょう。
Alright. We'll throw on a save there. Then we'll knock out the Usurper. Alright. Let's get to it. So in the public square, our fellow citizens, the time for reckoning is here at last. We demand the representative of Chica meet us directly over how best to ensure the AA event safety. We have no choice but to come to a compromise with Anti-A and end the war with them once and for all. Jeez, that's one hell of a protest. Imagine what it would be. So imagine what it is like to be our representative and have to show your face to this crowd. I sure don't envy her or Anna, who's responsible for her safety. That's her job though. A representative has to listen to her people, right? If she won't do that, I can't say she's representing anything. Yeah, good point. She'd better not give us any reason to demand she step down. She's being mind controlled. So So the Department of Disaster Preparedness isn't going to do anything about this. Just observe, as long as they don't actually hurt anyone or damage something. Our official policy is that citizens have the right to make political demands. And that also happens to be Chica's personal belief. Yeah, but this is way too... Don't worry about a thing, she say. We all remember how overwhelmed Mr. Chica was when she first took over. She had the knowledge, but not the experience. Thing is, there's one thing she's always had in buckets, and that's passion. That's what's allowed her to bring everyone together and build the A event we know today. She'll never let it go to her head or double down to save face. She's always taken advice whenever and wherever she got it. Everything she does because she wants the people at the A event to be happy. Nothing more, nothing else. And that's why she'll pull this off. Yeah, I can see that. They may be protesting, but they're not against the Chica. They just want freedom and peace for the A event, same as any of us. So Chica's gonna look them in the eyes and talk on equal ground. We, on the other hand, have to stay on our toes. This might be one of Nexus's ploys. But there aren't any androids in the process, so that's something. She's coming. Thank you for waiting, everyone. I'm here. Ah, she actually showed up. Let me assure you that, as your representative, I share your wish for the event to continue freedom and peace. We all call this city home. I hope we can discuss this fairly and reach a consensus. Right, same here. You'd never actually believe they were screaming a minute ago. That poise, that grace, she's untouchable. Another flawless victory for Chica. There's a little more to it than that. Even the slightest hint of force would have turned the crowd aggressive. Instead, she disarmed them with a smile. Ah, a charm offensive. She really thought that far ahead. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. Either way, that's just how a Chica operates. I guess she has to put out... So I put in more than a few hours of the A events as the A events representative. Those are our demands. I think I understand your position. Good, then. But my judgment as representative of the A event is that there's no need to make any policy changes at this time. You don't get it. Someone on the A event is going to get hurt sooner or later because of this war. If we earn peace and freedom using violence, we would go against everything the A event stands for. My duty is not to sell the A event for the temporary respite, but to defend it from anti-A. That's what we have shadows for. Your words are completely empty. You can wage whatever wars you want as long as you're the only ones getting hurt. That's not true. One of the core principles of the A event is the guarantee of safety. We will assume responsibility for defending peace, freedom, and all three guarantees are made. You keep saying that, but those are the only ones. But we're the ones who'll have to pay the price. I've reached out to Usurper, the leader of anti-A, a number of times, and each time he refused to talk. Do all of you really believe that we can gain either freedom or peace by negotiating with Usurper? Well, who do you trust more, Usurper or Shadows? Hard to say between the two options, but I'm not sure how much I trust you right now, Miss Representative. Are you seriously saying you can't tell how afraid all your citizens are? Do you know whose fault is they're scared? Yours, Representative Chica. What's up with her? Kathy Way's acting really weird. The thing is, she's kind of a local celebrity, so the other citizens listen to whatever she says. Yeah, that's really turning on you, Chica. Oh man, right when we got them to shut up, the loudest ones got their second wind. You represent us, you have to give us what we want. It's your fault we have to live under this fear. That's right, give us back the peace you gambled away. They're really scary. Don't worry, Isis. I know Chica won't cave to this. Stand strong, Chica. A lot of us still believe in you. Yeah, we wouldn't still be on the A event if you weren't totally the go distance. Look at everyone we've made it through by sticking together and working as a community. I don't know if I would feel safe saying that right now. In fact, if I were you, I would make myself scarce before this turns into a full-on riot. Okay, the vibes are going south real quick. They couldn't sway Chica with sense, so they're rolling out the emotional arguments. Aiming right for her empathy, which in that case is her weak point. I'm guessing there's agitators in the crowd pushing them in the direction they want. Are we making a move across? Chica's not one to back down from a conversation she set time and place for. This is all going exactly as he scripted it. Mr. Chica, we should leave and reconvene another time. No, that's not an option. But that would... Me backing down is exactly what he wants. Am I right about that, Usurper? You knew I was here. But it's very obvious that you arranged this exact circumstance. And seeing as you called me here specifically, That could only mean you plan to make an appearance yourself. Ichika, get back. There's no need, Cross. The Usurper is only interested in holding me to a public debate with all the citizens watching. You understand me better than I thought you did. I'm flattered, really. Please come down, my dear citizens. Rest assured I have no interest in harming you here. Actually, while I have your attention, I have something to declare. I shall become the new owner of the A Advent, and I will deliver freedom and peace unto you anew. You make such brazen claims while hiding your face. I prefer to let my actions rather than my identity speak for me. I thought you of all people would understand that. It means the Usurper knows Mr. Chica isn't an ordinary human. You plan to run against me for the representative seat. Compete with you at your own table when you held all the cards? Absolutely not. Then you're going to try and take it by force instead. The powerful take all they survey. That is simply the law of the world, no, the universe. The law of the universe. You were just telling our fine citizens about how strong Shadows is, weren't you? Well, I'll crush them with even greater might and take away all that is yours. You heard it right, all of it. Usurper. Ichika, wife and a bit, and Nina Savannah. The banquet is just beginning. Come, sit. The appetizers are about to be served. Alright, select ships. Sure. Alright, we're still going to take the A team of cast, and we'll worry about leveling up everyone else later. Customize, equip parts. I don't want to give you one because you'll probably get a kill soon enough. Alright. And the Eternal. Yeah, that won't matter much. All the power-up stuff can just go away for now. Alright, rush strategy, activate. Alright, do that. We should activate any and all piranha converters. And in we go. Continue on with the murdering, as it were. No transition as of yet. That's interesting. And Cross just gonna wreck that dude. Alright, so I was expecting a bit more from this map, but I guess not. That's not what I wanted. Oops. I wanted that one. There we go. So who is Usurper?
「あなたにワイズの名はふさわしくないのです。身の程を知ってもらいますよ、忍者。」これが私のユザーパーの力です。
俺が負けたか。
Yeah, that's not creepy in the slightest. Alright, so back in the conference room. House Representative Chica, still very rattled. Only one would be first Usurper crashes her meeting with the protesters and then takes over Neurocona Eye. Even just for a moment, that must have gotten to her. All that would be one thing, but his defeat of Cross was just too much. Can we not dwell on that, please? We're not going to sit back and take that, are we? Hell no, that's why I called you all here. So, what exactly do you need from us? NTA just isn't after the A event, they've also got their sights on Team Meteors. Do you think they brought us to this world somehow? Can't say for sure. In fact, I kinda doubt any human's capable of something like that. It's certainly hard to imagine. But I'm thinking Team Meteors might be the key to unmasking Usurper. Fine, tell me what you need and I'll do it if I can. Weird to see you being so cooperative. There's no turning back now, not for us, and not for the A event. From when and how he appeared and his knowledge of and fixation of the A event and its representative, we could assume that someone confident that Usurper himself is someone very close to the A event. You think he's one of the citizens? That's unpleasant to think, but likely nonetheless. and he knows how to manipulate public opinion. And that's how he rolled up all those protesters. Usurper's ammo is smoke the small, ordinary dissatisfaction of all the feel in our lives. He tempts people down dark paths, something like a mythical devil or something. So we figure out who he is, and then what? Ambush him when his guard is down? I wouldn't bet on that option. He's got us beat in the substitute front. Ooh, pardon me. He's got a ninja beat that bad at their own game. Give me a break, okay? He's not normal. Are you talking like you know him? Already know who he is? I got a vague guess at least, but I need his help to confirm it. All right. Seems like you got a pretty good guess about who he is. I do. Got another piece of news though, and sorry, but you're gonna hate this one too. Dare I ask? Our next encounter with him has to be our last. We've got to do everything we can to be ready by then. Bring it, Usurper. I'm not losing to you again. I'm taking you down. My pride is at stake here. Alright, so that's that one done. Now let's look at our missions. Alright, so into chapter 6 we go, I guess, after that. So I'll throw on a save there and call it an episode. So thank you for watching, folks, and I'll catch you on the next one.